Okay, so you just got a job offer for a company. You're highly motivated to take it because you don't like the job that you're at right now, and you had a hard time getting to even this point of getting any kind of an offer. So, over the course of the interviews, everything sounded good. Great sales organization, everyone's hitting their numbers, everyone loves the product, good culture. You checked it out on Glassdoor, and there was mixed reviews, some good, some bad. So, you weren't quite sure what to make of that. But you never had a chance to really find out from somebody on the inside who's outside of the interviewing process to confirm what it's really like. Because let's be honest, interviewers and hiring managers are not the most honest people in the world. I've been there on several occasions where I'd ask them, so how many people on your team hit their number last quarter? Oh, most of them. Yeah, 70%, 80%. Everyone's doing great. People love it here. You're going to love it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's great. 70% is exactly what I'm looking for. Sign me up. So has that ever happened to you? Because when I got to that companies I should say, this wasn't just an isolated incident, this is everywhere. A lot of places, not everywhere. When I got to that company, I later found out it's not 70%. I hit their number. It's more like 20%, maybe 30%. So there I was, getting ramped up, only to realize, oh my god, nobody is hitting their number. It's only the veterans that are hitting their numbers. What am I supposed to do? I thought this place was a great place to work. I'm basing half of my income off of my ability to hit my number. Now I'm speaking to you sales reps out there because I have a lot of you guys in my my network here. But this applies to everybody who is sold a crappy bill of goods, where the hiring manager is desperate to fill the slot and they want to get the top talent, and they know they don't have the goods. It's like somebody going in to interview who's not a very good candidate and they're just BSing their way through it. By the way, I don't recommend BSing your way through it. But that's a separate conversation. No, I want to talk about how to avoid this in the future, because it is very common, right? These are not fair fights in interviews. They're expecting you to be 100% honest, yet they are not being honest themselves. So what do you do about it? Well, let me tell you, it's very simple. Don't base any decisions off of what interviewers, hiring managers are telling you, because they're biased. Of course, I can't completely blame them. I'd put some spin on it too if I was hiring. I would play up the company, sure. I want to get the top talent. But yeah, if you're the job seeker, what do you do? Well, you ask around. So for anybody that participates in one of my job search programs, the leading strategy for getting interviews is networking on LinkedIn for a number of reasons. For one thing, it's your best way to get great interviews. Secondly, you get the inside info. You get to understand what is it really like to work there. When you talk to another account executive at this company, you can ask them straight up, hey, Steve, so what is it like working there? What's the culture like? Do people like working there? What's your manager like? What's the sales leadership like? And how many people hit their quota last quarter? Steve's going to be real with you because he gets it. He wants to help you out. He's been in that situation. He'll tell you, hey, listen, Adam, I enjoy working here. It's been a good run, but honestly, I'm kind of looking myself because I didn't hit my quota the past 2 quarters, and I don't see an opportunity to do it next quarter. Oh, okay, thank you. That's really good to know. I'll look somewhere else. Right? Like, imagine if you had that information for a company that otherwise you might have gone all the way into the interviewing process, got the offer, and then accepted it. Like, that is the worst thing you could do. Because that is a year of your life or more flushed down the toilet because you were sold a bad bill of goods. And it's not your fault. That's just the system. That's how it works. That's why you have to work around the system. And that's why I advise all of my clients to rely on people on the inside, employees, actual account executives that you can message on LinkedIn and set up informational interviews with and ask very frank conversations where you guys are both being honest and just telling each other what's up. Because what if you call somebody and you go, hey, Paul, so thanks so much for taking my call. Just curious to understand what it's like to work there. You know, what's the culture like? What's the leadership like? And then Paul tells you, oh, Adam, this place is great. There's not a lot of great tech companies out there, but these guys have their stuff together. People are hitting their numbers. I just exceeded my quota for the last 3 quarters, and I love the product. We've got a very supportive staff. We've got, you know, all the resources that we need, and it sounds like you're a great fit for this role too. I think you'd really love it here. So why don't you send me your resume and I'll pass it along to the hiring manager. Okay, that's what you want to be doing. You want to talk to people that can tell you the real deal. And if you want to be safe, talk to multiple people. Talk to 2 or even 3. You know, because then you can find out for sure and save yourself all this trouble. Because, man, if only I knew this years ago when I was going through this process, relying on biased information. God, I could have saved myself all sorts of heartache. So I want you to just consider that. It does take some work, but I do offer a whole system and process for LinkedIn outreach that my clients are doing an amazing job with. That makes it really simple and easy to crank out 20 invitations a day, 5 messages a day, 5 informational interviews a day. If you do that, you will never have this problem. You will never run into the issue of being tempted to take an offer with the wrong company. So, hope that was helpful. If you want more information on this, shoot me a message.